You're now listening to Flash Fiction Volume 1 by Biolage Illusion. The Blemish Collector by Carrie Mumford. Read for you by Biolage Illusion. I fall in love with parts of people, though not the parts you'd assume. Juts of once broken collarbones, perfectly imperfect gaps between teeth. Long raised scars with stitch bumps. Moles that have placed themselves in inappropriate places. I take the memories of these parts and store them away, reminded of them only when I find a new one for my collection. Just the other day, I found a beautifully crooked front tooth, slightly chipped and leaning to one side. I don't always have the pleasure of making the people who wear these parts my lovers, but I almost always try. Man, woman, no matter. What matters is the so-called imperfection, the thing that makes them stand out, placed there by God as a signpost glaring in the reflection of my headlights. This person is special. You must have this for your collection. My pièce de résistance to date was a burn, stretching from elbow to wrist, placed there by a vat of angry, scalding hot soup from a family dinner table. The burn's pink and red ridges and valleys fascinated me for hours as I ran my hand up and down the long-ago healed spot. But now, my time is running short. Across the cafe, I've just spotted a full head of brown hair streaked with a single strip of white, something I haven't had the pleasure of experiencing since '72. Away I go, but as I stand, straightening my jacket across my chest and smoothing down my pants, please remember that if I am one day to choose you, it won't be for your twinkling blue eyes or perfectly smooth skin, but for that thing you think most hideous, most deplorable about yourself. Caesar's Soliloquy by Celeste A. Peters. Read for you by Biolage Illusion. Slackjaw Brutus stumbled, fell to his rump and squirmed backwards over the blood-smeared marble floor. Around him lay the bruised, hemorrhaging bodies of Casca, Cimber, and 20 other senators. An equal number stood apart, motionless, as pale as the statues encircling the garden outside Curia Pompeia. Before them towered Caesar, grievously ill-treated, shreds of toga and robe hanging limp from his waistband. But his exposed torso, rent as it was with wounds of flesh, did not bleed. Instead, here and there, a lustrous metal shield shone forth through gaping holes in Caesar's skin. Caesar scanned the carnage at his feet, fixed his glare on Brutus, and spoke. "How dare you unsheath daggers on the Senate floor like so many vermin bearing their minuscule canines, ready for the kill? Traitors, all! Look now and look well upon the damage you have wrought. It is nothing. Your ineffectual weapons lie twisted and shattered at my feet. What hubris to think the demise of a god be within your power. Know now without doubt, I am divine. I am immortal. Kneel down and prostrate yourselves in my presence. Acknowledge once and forever that I am the master of your fates, that I, Gaius Julius Caesar, rule the Republic and will one day rule all lands." So says the Book of Caesar. On this, the 2059th anniversary of his glorious revolution of godhood, let us recite his praises and shout so worlds yet to be conquered can hear. All hail Caesar! Long live Caesar! Fixin a Leak by Jim Harrington. Read for you by Biolage Illusion. "What you doing with that there duct tape, Chet?" "Fix a leak." "Must not be too bad if you can stop it with duct tape." "Bad enough." "So where's this leak at?" "It's all over. Seems like everyone in town has seen it or heard it. Even got to Lucy. She nearly took my head off with her rantin'. Made me real mad when she told me what she heard. So mad I went to the hardware store and bought me a fresh roll of tape. Knew it'd take more than I had to do the job. Here, hold this end for a bit. Sure, so what did, Hey, why you wrapping that tape around my waist, Chet? 'Cause you're the leak, shorty. You was the only one I told about Mabel over in Sweet City. You was the only one I knew I went to see her last Saturday. You was the only one who could have started the story flowing around town about her and me. The one where everyone thinks I'm cheating on Lucy. I never said nothing about you having sexual relationships with... There, that ought to do it. Can't stop the noise, but at least it don't mean nothing now. And by the way, that woman over in Sweet City, I hired as genealogist to locate her. She's the sister of Lucy, was separated after their parents was killed in a car accident. Lucy was 2, Mabel was 6. Made Lucy real happy when I told her the truth. Real happy, if you know what I mean. Find more free flash fiction at elijahlucian.ca. Thank you for listening.